YouTube fam, what is up? So in this video, I'm going to show you how to go from wholesaling a few houses a year to one deal a month. I know I've done a ton of video where I'm showing, beginners that have never closed their first deal before to actually close their first deal. But recently, I've been getting a lot of DM, a lot of question asking Kong. So I've done a couple deals already, but how can I consistently close one wholesale deal per month? So if you average about $20,000 per deal, which I think is pretty normal in majority of the states, that's $240,000 a year. And you don't even need a big team. And the best part is I'm going to show you how to do that without working 8 hours a day. Are you ready? Okay. So Instagram family, head over to YouTube. I'm going to shut down IG, but also to Instagram family, my 3-day challenge and YouTube. My 3-day challenge masterclass, where I will literally take you through step by step, and we're actually going to do it together. I'm going to take you through the exact same process on how to actually virtually wholesale from the comfort of your own home. So Instagram family, if you haven't signed up for that 3-day challenge masterclass, it's actually going to happen this Wednesday. So if you're on Instagram, comment the word bingo. Comment the word bingo. I'll send you the link to sign up. YouTube family, the link is in the descriptions. All right. IG family, I'm out. Okay. So YouTube family, let's rock and roll. So before I get started, right, I want to know is comment in the chat who here has already done like a couple wholesale deal already, but you want to be more consistent. Mark, if you're on YouTube, don't comment the word bingo. The link is in the description, Mark. Mark, I'm going to show you how to turn a $100 investment. Oh, shoot. Is my microphone on? Okay. Mark, I'm going to show you how to turn a $100 investment into $20,000 a month, step by step. So day number 1, I'm going to show you this badass software that we actually use currently. Leverage this software to pull all the distressed property nationwide, any city, any states, any zip code you want. But what's so crazy about this software is that it uses AI where you can actually find out 90 days before anyone gets in pre-foreclosure, tax delinquents, probate, divorce. So you can target them 90 days before hit any other investor list. That is the power of technology. When I first started my real estate career, I didn't have anything like this. And if I can start wholesaling 1 deal to now 6 deals a month, you can too. Because a lot of you just don't have the knowledge and you just don't have the systems to show you how to do that. So on day 1, I'm going to show you exactly how to leverage that software. I'm going to have you pull it up, and we're actually going to do it together. All right. So we're all going to be on Zoom, and we're doing it step by step. I'm going to go extremely slow. All right. Where we're actually going to pull. So day 1, you're going to walk away having a list that you can target with extreme motivated seller. All right. And then day number 2 is I'm going to show you what marketing strategy that's currently working right now in 2024 that you can target them. All right. And then I'm also going to show you when you get on the phone with them, how do you talk? How do you negotiate? And then put that property on a contract completely over the phone. You don't have to meet the seller. You don't have to see the property. That's 2008. That's 2000 and late. All right. I'm going to show you how to do it virtually, which means you're able to go in any city, any states, any zip code and crush it. Okay. You got 50 states. And then day number 3 is I'm going to show you, now that you got a property in a contract, how do we find legit, real cash buyer? How can you build up a massive cash buy list that is ready to go, ready to buy your deal? I'm going to show you how to find them, all right? How to talk to them, how to pitch your deal, and get that sucker closed. The last time I did this 3-day challenge, Brian closed his first deal for $18,000. If you want to see proof, just DM me on Instagram. I post a bunch of them all over my social media. But anyways, you guys, the live training start Wednesday. So link is in my descriptions. All right, go check it out. Okay, so let's talk about this. So comment in and let me know. All right, who here has already done a few deals and they're looking to start consistently close 1 deal a month, so that way your income can be more predictable. And I'm going to show you how to do it without 8 hours a day. So step number 1 is you got to hire a VA. Did you know that there are people out there that that don't even share as much as what I'm about to share with you, but you have to pay thousands of dollars to go sit down at a seminar to listen to them. Your boy King Kong's going to give it all away for free, baby. So, boom, smash that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, new to the family, be sure to, boom, smash that subscribe button, baby. Okay, so number one is you need to hire a VA. For those of you who don't know what a VA is, it stands for virtual assistant, or you can hire anybody. All right, maybe you don't want a VA. Roger, don't comment the word bingo, man. So if you want to sign up for the 3-day, the link is in the description. So number one is you got to hire a VA, which is virtual assistant. You know, they cost between $3 to $5 an hour. All of my VAs are from the Philippines. All right, you got to make sure that they speak good English. Okay, you got to make sure they speak good English. Okay, or anybody, you can hire anybody, but you need that person. What this person is going to do is their job, 8 hours a day, is to filter and qualify. It's their job is to filter and qualify the seller. Because this, my friend, is what takes the most amount of time out of your day. So whether they're taking inbound call or they're making outbound call, but their job is to filter and qualify the seller, which means you only talk to sellers that are extremely motivated. You only get on the phone and talk to sellers that are motivated, that are in a situation where they have to sell the property. They need to sell the property. Because, and I can tell you, everybody that's been in the wholesaling game knows that this takes the most time out of your day. Is you got to sit there and you got to dig through the dirt to find the gems. But instead of you doing it, you're going to hire a VA to do it for you. Okay? So a lot of you will be like, well, Kong, where can I get a VA? There are Facebook groups. Just go on Facebook, type in Virtual Assistant Philippines. Bam, there's going to be a bunch of Facebook groups that's going to pop up that you can go in there and start hiring, okay? Hiring up. So their job is filter and qualify the lead. Their job is not to make the offer. Qualify, filter the lead, and then set you the appointment, okay? That's what they do. If they're going to do it, and then they're going to set the appointment, okay, so you can talk to these motivated sellers. So that's step number one, okay? So let's just say that you're driving for dollars. You're going around your city. Instead of you being that one man, one woman show where you get the address, you skip trace, you call the seller up, you make the offer, you put the property, like you're doing everything. So what you do is if you want to go drive for $1, if that's how you got your first deal or your first few deals, I would continue to do that. But instead of you taking the property address and doing everything, you take the address, send it to your VA, train them how to skip trace. All right, call the seller or do SMS, whichever one you want to do, or send them a text blast, okay? And then have them filter and qualify that seller first. So you don't have to waste time doing that, okay? So a lot of you, so the skip tracing that I use, right here, let me get it for you here. Ah, shit, where, okay, right here. Skipandflip.com, all right? 15 cents a skip, go on there, punch in the address, and bam, with the click of a button, it'll give you the seller phone number. It'll give you a couple of the emails and everything like that. So check it out. Okay, so let's move on. So step number 2 is now you need a bigger list. Okay, so maybe right now you're only targeting in a certain city, in your city. So what you need to do is you need to expand. All right, you need to expand the population. All right, my friend, you need to expand the population. So now, when I first started, I took over my county, and my county only has 90,000 people. And you know at that time how much I was making a month? I was making at least $30,000 a month just from 90,000 in my population. My county now, dude, it grown so much, man. I think we're at like 250,000. Dude, where I live now is getting extremely busy. Traffic just getting hectic, all right? I remember when there was only 90,000 people, dude, it was a breeze. I was driving everywhere, 60, 70 miles. I'm just kidding. But joke aside, but now the population has grown. So what you need to do is for you to start doing more deals per month, you just need to expand. That's all you need to do, my friend. It's just expand. But now that you expand, how do you get a bigger, better list? Good questions. So here's the company that I use, okay, called Deals. Here's the software that I use. And this is the software that I'm going to show you in that 3-day challenge masterclass, I'm going to show you guys how to leverage this badass software to freaking kill it, to dominate the game. Like I said, if you get to know 90 days before any seller gets into pre-foreclosure, probates, tax delinquent, divorce, homeless, you get to target them before it gets onto any other investor list. How much of an advantage that would be to you? That is right. So we use the software. I pull a list. Everybody that has at least, I would say at least a 30% in equity or more. All right. So they have at least 30% in equity for us to negotiate and put that property in a contract. And that's where I use. Okay, so now that you got a good list, for those that wants to know the site, let me put it on here. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Jeez, where is it? Right here. Dealsformenow.com. All right. It is $97 a month. Month to month. You can cancel anytime you want. Oh, for those of you who has the software, I created a private community where Jenna will jump on with you once a week to show you exactly how to leverage and use this software. So you basically paying $10 a month for a private tutor one time a week. I'll leave that link in the description. Now, if you don't have the software, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, okay? But anyways, I'm just gonna move on. Let me see here. Let me see. Okay, so I'm just gonna move on here. Okay, so now that you have a list, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I would say you need a list of between 5,000 to 10,000 people that you can target. Okay, when you start to wanting to do one deal a month, it's gonna cost you some money. Okay, it's gonna cost you money to grow. At first, it's not gonna cost you a whole lot, but as you're trying to grow, my friend, it's gonna cost you a lot of money, man. As you're trying to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Because right now I would say right now, I spend about $15,000 a month, roughly, in marketing, just marketing per month. Okay, so you need to have a list of 5,000 to 10,000 address homeowner motivated that you can target. Okay, after that, here's what you're gonna do. Okay, oh man, my whiteboards, I need a bigger whiteboard here. And then step number 3 is a lot of you, when you grow, when you're starting out small, I think it's very, very important that you have your system and your process set up correctly. So make sure you have a process, your systems, make sure it dial in. So that way there's no lead that gets fall through the crack. It's very, very important. When you're starting out, it's better to stay organized versus, you're everywhere and you grow so fast, so big, so quick that everything is just haywire, which means everything is on paper, it's on notepad, it's just everywhere. So you need a good system, good process to keep track of all your leads, because this is also going to help you with follow-up. And for those of you who don't know, man, follow-up, 60 to 70% of your deals come from follow-up. So if you don't have a good system, a good process, which means, okay, so just like when you go through McDonald's, right? When you go through McDonald's, from a customer placing an order to stream down to stream down that process, that line to you getting your food. That's how you need to think about your wholesaling business. When a lead comes into your VA, right? Your VA qualify and filter sets the appointment to you. All right, sets the appointment to you. You call the seller, you negotiate. Okay, seller sign contract go to title company along with your EMD. Okay, after that you market and then you find cash buyer, right? And then the cash buyer, once they set up the showing, everything is good, cash buyer will sign an assignment agreement. Once they sign an assignment agreement, that gets emailed to the title company. Okay, and then along with their non-refundable deposit. And then after that, the title company do the rest of the work. And then that's how you get paid. So you need to focus on your system, your process, and streamlining it and making sure everything neat and tidy. Okay? And then finally, okay, makes sense? And that's how you just do one deal a month. Okay? And I would say finally, out of 50 to 100 appointment, it depends on how good you are on the phone, But I figure at this point, if you close a couple wholesale deal already, I would say your negotiating skills should be pretty good. So I would say that every 15 to 100 phone appointment that your VA set for you, which means there's a seller that just say, hey, I want to get an offer. Okay. Out of 50 to 100 phone appointment, you should have one deal in there. Okay. And that one deal, like I said, in my market, it's about $20,000 per deal. And if you just close one of those a month, that's $240,000 a year. You and one employee. And you work probably, I would say, part-time. You don't even have to work full-time, because the full-time is your VA here. They're out there, they're hustling, they're calling, they're texting the seller, whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? $20,000 a month working part-time, having one VA, your overhead is probably not that much. You get to travel the world, do whatever it is that you want. Bam! Now, a lot of you will be like, well, Khang, how do I go from one deal to like 2 deals to 3 deals to 10 deals a month? Just double it. Hire another VA, just double, right? Double your marketing spend. Okay, double your target reach. Say now you're in 2 counties, now you're taking 4 counties, 5 counties, or maybe your whole entire states. So for me right now, we're doing about 6 deals a month. I'm in about 2 different states. That's it. So you just continue to expand your marketing and expand your population. And then you just rinse and repeat the exact same thing. So if one VA can get you 1 deal, hire another VA. Another VA gets you another deal. Right? But if they're good, if they're good and you're expanding the marketing, one VA shouldn't just get you 1 deal a month. They should get you at least 2 deals a month. But I'm just saying, even one VA can get you 1 deal a month. The reason why I say that is because my whole thing, Lon and I, we're not about building big business. So for those of you who wants to run a big operation, who wants to have 50 to 100 employees, I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy. Lon and I are all focused on lean, mean machine. We're about small but profitable. Because at the end of the day, my friend, it really is what goes in your pocket. That's pretty much it. But I don't want to have the headache, the stress of running 50 to 100 employees. Because for those of you who never own a business or run a business, you will never understand the more people you work with, they're just more prima donna drama, more headaches, more stress, because you're dealing with different personality types, and you're going through the hire, the fire, the training, all that bullshit, all right? Why not just keep it small, keep it lean? I would say majority of you, and I don't care where you live, if you can make $20,000 a month, you can live a pretty good life, man. You can live a pretty good life. But once again, for those of you who's ambitious, all right, who wants to get to the next level, like me, you want to get to 6-figure a month, then obviously I can tell you right now, I got 7 VAs that run my whole entire wholesaling operation. 7. That's it. I got 7 in my wholesaling business, and I got, 5 or 6 in my social media? But that's it. Keep it small, keep it lean, keep it mean. Okay. So let's just see if you guys have any questions. I know a lot of you asked me about prop streams, about a lot of different other software. All I can tell you is I have used all different types of software. And the only one that I really, truly like right now that we're using is dealsformenow.com. That's all I can tell you. I'm not here to talk down at any other software. I'm only here to tell you what I'm using, what I like, and hopefully you like it too. If you don't like it, it's all cool. Use whatever you want. Okay, what question you guys got, man? Can you can D for D on there and export? Okay, I don't even know what this is. Okay, probably talking about deal machines. Okay, what other question you guys got? We're 20 minutes in. Let me see if there's any other questions. Oh, also too is, once again, it's a promo. So if you haven't gotten my book, all right, if you haven't got my book and you're new into the game, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Who here has never done a deal before? Let me ask you that. Like, who here, Khang, I've never done a deal before. I've been watching you or other people. I know about wholesaling, but I've never done a deal before. Can you have your VA? And can we, dude? Angeline is a badass beast. She's a beast. So she's been with me for what, 6-7 years? No, you cannot have her. You cannot have her. But we pay her really, really well. I've never done, so comment and let me know if you've never done a deal before. So for those of you who's on this and you've never done a deal before, and you're like, Kong, man, I need help. And if you're willing to spend $100 investing in yourself to turn it to $20,000 a month, because I'm going to show you how to do it, join my 3-day challenge masterclass. Link is in the description. Info's there. The choice is yours. It's up to you. Okay, what other question you guys got, man? Derek said, how do you know how much money you should actually offer the homeowner if they want more? What is the house is worth? So Derek, number one, dude, step one is you got to figure out the ARV. So what does the property worth after it's fixed? It puts in perfect condition. So that's number one. So and a lot of you will be like, well, how do I know? How do I find out the ARV? See, this is everything I'm going to show you in that 3-day challenge masterclass. I'm going to show you, like, all you guys' questions. I'm going to show you how to do it with that software. So if you have always had a dream of, hey, Kong, I'm dreaming of one day to have a business where I can operate and run virtually, which means you can be in any city, any states, any country, as long as you have Wi-Fi, internet, laptop, and your phone. Internet, Wi-Fi, the same shit. As long as you have internet, a laptop, and your phone, you can literally build a virtual wholesaling business from anywhere in the world. And you know, when I was in my Uber, he was also an immigrant, and we discussed about how you can retire early without working without being, you know, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month or a millionaire. Because to retire here in the US, it takes a lot. But I said the best life is that if you can make US money, and live in another country. Because check this out. In my country, man, if you make $2,000, if you make $2,000 US dollar, you can live like a king in my country. So let's just say $500 goes to rent. And I'm talking about, dude, $500 a month rent. I'm talking about like a bomb-ass nice place. Nice. All right? You got $1,500 to spend. Bro, you go out to eat, dude, $50, dude, just like $20. By yourself, you can have a really good meal. So with $1,500 a month, dude, I'm talking about you can party, club, you can do a lot of stuff, a lot. So typically, so what I'm saying is that you can literally, if you make $2,000 US, you can go to my country and you can pretty much retire. Imagine you making $20,000 a month. Dude, you will live like a badass mother in my country, man. You'll be a pimp. You'll be a pimp daddy. So, you know, it's not just my country, but, you know, Thailand, Philippines, I know, you know, Costa Rica, other countries, right? If you make US money and you're able to build a virtual business, you can literally live in another country and live like a king, a queen. I'm not saying for all of you, I'm just saying for some of you that wants to do that. You know, so I'm just kind of giving you an example. And dude, I'm talking about like waterfront house that you can rent, right? Beach view with $500 a month, man. And food are cheap. You can also have a maid. Oh yeah, with $2,000 a month US, you can also have a maid. So ARV, you got to figure out what the property's worth in perfect condition. So after it's fixed up, let's just say it's worth $100,000. Then you automatically minus 30%. And a lot of you wondering, why 30%, Kong? Because in majority of the market, the investor wants to make 30% on their money. So you automatically takes the ARV minus 30%. So now you're at 70,000. And let's just say that it costs about $10,000 to rehab it. So 10,000, it costs 10,000 to fix it up. So now you're at 60,000. Whoever asked me that question, Derek, you follow me, man? Now you're at 60,000. And let's just say you want to make 10,000 on the deal. So you have to put the property in the contract for 50,000. So you put the property in a contract for $50,000. You send it out to your buyer for $60,000. They're gonna buy it. They're gonna put $10,000 into it. They're gonna be all in at $70,000. They're gonna list the property for $100,000, and they're gonna sell it. And they probably walk away making what, $25K. Make sense? So you make $10,000. They make $25,000. Bam. Derek, hope that makes sense, dude. But that's how you figure out how to offer the seller. Okay, bro? Once again, Derek, if you are serious about this and you're like, Khang, I'm committed, I'm ready to go, I need a little bit more help, a little bit more guidance, walk me through this. Derek, I would highly recommend that you join my 3-day challenge masterclass. It will blow you away, man. Okay. Here's another question. Derek said, what if there's a mortgage? So a lot of you are worried about, well, what if there's a mortgage? What if the seller has a bunch of liens on their property? It doesn't matter. Okay, all you need to here's all you need to worry about. So let's just say a lot of you be like, well, Khang, what if they have a mortgage? They have liens, all kinds of stuff on their property. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you just need to get it under contract for less than what they owe. So if all the liens, everything, all the mortgage comes together, $100,000, you need to be, dude, you need to do the same thing, okay? All you need to do is you need to get that lower than this. That's it. So you're going to go through the formula, the ARV minus that. So let's just say you need to get under contract for $50,000. And the seller maybe has a mortgage on it for only $20,000. Because if the seller has a mortgage of $60,000 on it, it's not going to work, right? Because they owe more than what you can get under contract for. So at this point, you know, you can do a subject to owner finance, like, you know, own a contract and all of that, but that's like a whole nother beast, a whole nother game. I'm just going to keep it simple. Okay. So which means the seller owes too much. So you need to make sure that all their liens, all their mortgage, everything is going to be less than what you're going to offer them. So let's just say that the mortgage is $20,000 and they have a bunch of liens, another $10,000. Now they're at $30,000. Good. Which means they are going to walk away with $20,000. Make sense? So which means that they're going to sell the property for $50,000. At the time of closing, the title company is going to pay off their $20,000 mortgage. They're going to pay off their $10,000 liens, whatever liens they got on there. I don't care if they have 10 liens on there. And then which means the seller's going to walk away with $20,000. Make sense? So whatever they owe needs to be less than what you offer them. The title company will take care of all the work and they'll get the seller paid. Let's just say that they owe $40,000 on the mortgage and they got $10,000 liens. So now they're at $50,000. So the seller just walk away with $0. That's it. And a lot of you be like, well, who would walk away from their property with $0 and not make anything? That's because you don't understand the game, my friend. Because you haven't done any deals, so you don't understand. Did you know that there are sellers that will come to the table with $20,000 out of their pocket? Like they would pay $20,000. They would take 20 G's out of their bank account just to get rid of the property because they're upside down. But they don't want the headache. They don't want the stress. They don't want to continue paying the mortgage payment. Maybe the renter has been squatting in the property and they just want to be done with. They don't want the prima donna drama. Like you would be surprised. That's why when I make a post and I post it on, like, you know, typically, you know, the 1 minute video, I can only explain so much in that video. And a bunch of people will come in, well, oh, what seller would be that stupid? Oh, dude, you just like someone would go to a pawn shop. Someone would get rid of something for quick cash. You're stupid. The people who comment that, dude, they don't understand. They don't understand the game. And the people who comment that, and then other people who comes in who wants to get into the business, and then they got scared by just reading the comments. If that is you, then you don't have what it takes, my friend. You don't have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. Just by someone comment, you already got scared like a little bitch. Oh my God, oh my God, he's right. And you don't have what it takes. Dude, you got to be able to think for yourself. Do your own research. Are you going to be the 97% or are you going to be the 3%? ask yourself that question. You know, every single time when Lon say this to me, Lon say, well, Khang, it's a girl thing. No, it's not. It's an average. It's a normal girl thing. I said, Lon, you're not average. That's what I said. When Lon said, well, look, Khang, it's girls. Yeah, but you're not just any girls. So how can you say that? You're not the 97% of the girls. You're the 3%. You're the extraordinary. So what they do does not dictate that you have to be that. Does that make sense? So for example, most guys likes to go sleep around and with other girls and this. I'm not most guys, right? And then when I put a video about, me taking care of my lawn and making sure that she's happy, well, he's a simp. Most guys will be. I'm not most guys. I'm not most guys. You can be the most guys, right? You can be the 97% of the guys that do that normal shit, where you party on the weekend, you drink, you use drugs, you out there banging a bunch of chicks. That's not me, man. I'm not the regular guy. That has always been my core. Oh, well, this person makes me mad. Well, you're just normal. If somebody makes you upset, so if somebody says something that makes you upset and you got all riled up and mad over it, you're just the 97%. Because most regular guys or most regular human being would react to that. But you're not. So how do you react to it that you belong in the 3%? Like, to me, my life, dude, I don't like no prima donna drama. So which means when someone do me wrong, I don't go on social media, call them out, and I don't say I just don't. You know what I do? I don't talk to them anymore. I block them, and I just don't deal with them anymore. Well, Khang, you should do this. Most people would do this and this, but I'm not most people. Make sense? So now it goes back to most people say, well, this is hard. Well, everything, if you want to make big money, it's going to be hard, my friend. Dude, it's not going to be easy. If you want the easy, comfortable life and be content and be mediocre, dude, just stick to the J-O to B. Nobody say you have to go build a business. Stick to the J-O to B. But the people who choose to stay there is the one that always whine and complain like a little bitch. They don't pay me enough. Oh my God, they call me in on the weekend. Oh my God, this and that. Well, dude, if you whine and complain, why don't you go start your own business? Oh, but it's too risky. If that is not a little bitch, then who? Then what is? Oh, it's too risky. Oh, it's too much work. Well, no shit. Come on, man. Shit. Like, you guys don't understand how many messages I get on Instagram. Khang, is this going to be hard? Is this going to take time? I said, hell yeah. Do you have what it takes? Are you willing to hustle? Are you willing to commit at least 5 months? Are you willing to work extra hard to build your own business? If it's not, then dude, this is not for you, man. I don't sugarcoat anything. When you reach out to me, you're like, oh my God, Khang, I want to work with you. I need guidance. I need mentorship. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because, dude, I will put you to work like you never worked before. But you will also make more money than you ever will. I don't want to work with lazy people, man. I don't want to work with excuse maker. I want to work with action taker. Who's willing to understand, okay, Khang tell me to do this. Dude, I'm going to go above and beyond. That's how you do it, man. I remember when I first started my real estate career, my mentor, he tells me to do this. Dude, I always go more, man. Because, well, dude, sometimes I felt like I spent more time trying to convince you and sell you on your dreams instead of you selling on your dreams, instead of you selling yourself on your dreams. Like I feel like I work harder to convince you on your dreams than you are. Just like when you go work out, man. So, okay, here's another example. So Lon has a personal trainer at the gym. And her trainer said, hey, Lon, let's take it easy today. Do you want to go, do you want to do 5 round or 10 round? Lon always chooses the hard one. You know why? She said, because it's not for her, it's for me. Dude, I'm doing this for me. So when I tell you put in 3 hours, you'll be like, dude, you're like, I'm going to put in 5 hours. Because you're fighting for your dream, man, for your goals, not for me. You're getting that 6-pack app for you, not for me. Come on, man. So you got to fight. Okay, let's move on. I'm sorry that I just ramp on, but it's just that when you get like DMs and from people, you'll be like, dude, no wonder why you're still stuck at the JOB. No wonder why you're just mediocre. You see, it's not about being broke. People think like, oh my God, Khang, you don't talk to me. You look down at me because I'm broke. No, dude, it's because your mindset is corrupted. I don't want to talk with people who are corrupted up here, man, because you're hopeless. You see, because I started from the bottom, so I understand that not having any money, you're just temporary. Your bank account is broken, but this right here is not. But when your bank account is broken and this is broken, you're hopeless, bro. Hopeless. I just don't want to waste my time. You know what I mean? Like, it's just hopeless. I don't know what to say. Okay, what other questions? You see, when I was, at 18, 19, 20, Lon and I was, obviously financially struggle. But dude, up here, I knew I had the work ethic. I knew that I'm okay with working 10 to 12 hours a day. See, when I first got into real estate, I knew it wasn't easy. I knew that I wasn't going to get rich within a year or two. Dude, I'm like, dude, I'm willing to freaking grind for the next 5 to 10 years. That was my attitude when I got into the business. And that's how I win. And that's how I got here. But majority of you, your mindset is already corrupted at the beginning. Does that make sense? You're all like, oh man, I'm going to try this out for 3 months and see how it goes. Dude, for the rest of your life, bro, you're going to be jumping from one business to another. Because none of them can make you a millionaire or get you financially free within 6 months, within a year. None. Look me in the eyes. None. Unless you already got about 500K to start. But if you're like me, like majority of you, started out with very little money, it will require you more than 12 months. It will take you. That's why I said, dude, if you can commit to building something for the next 3 to 5 years, your chances of becoming a millionaire is very high. With technology nowadays, with everything, 3 to 5 years of just building a business can make you a millionaire. And that's why I said, hey, would you sacrifice 5 years of just hustle and grind to spend the next 50 years enjoying your life? And everybody obviously say, absolutely I would. But this 5 years is not a guarantee. That's why. Do you understand what I'm saying? Most people want guarantee. There is no guarantee, my friend. Only you can guarantee your success. You tell me to guarantee it? Come on, man. How much work, how hard can you grind? How many hours can you put in? Like, I can't guarantee your success except for you. So when I say, hey, would you trade 5 years for 50 years of good life? Everybody would say yes. But when it comes to actually doing it, no one will. Nobody. I'll say it right now, dude. Nobody. 0.1%, man. Will do it. Okay. What other question you guys got, man? Of course, Khang, make it look easy. He's been doing it for a while. Yes. Joyce is correct. I've been in the real estate game for 12 years. And obviously now I don't work in my business. I work on my business. So right now I'm living on YouTube My VA are pounding the phone, texting the seller. They're locking the deal under contract. They're selling the deal, everything. But when I first started, I had to do everything myself. So a lot of you, let me talk a little bit about this, because I need all of you to understand this. And when you have your mindset straight, that's how you're going to win. The only thing that separates between a winner and a loser is right here, my friend. So I need you to get this straight. And I'm so bad at, like my vocab is very limited. So I'm going to try to do the best that I can. Okay? But when I first started, and a lot of you, I know some of you have kids, you're married. So you want to think about the work-life balance, right? That's what a lot of you, oh, Khang, I got kids, I'm a husband, I'm a wife, I got this, I got a bunch of stuff. Work-life balance. I can tell you right now, there is no such thing when you're starting out. Forget about it. It's just, what is your priority? What do you want the most? If your whole thing was, I need to make this business successful, that is how you're going to win. Which means there's no work-life balance. There's none. Do you understand what I'm saying? No millionaire, self-made millionaire or multimillionaire that I met that started having work-life balance. Nobody. Dude, you just have to willing to trade. You just have to willing to make the trade. So your thing is, you need to sit down with your family and say, hey, daddy's not going to be around for X. Dude, it just have to. You just have to choose. Daddy's going to, here's what's going to happen in the next 3 years. Daddy's not going to be able to spend five hours with you a day, but it's going to come down to like 1 hour or whatever it is. Because daddy's going to go out there and he's going to make some shit happen. He's going to build up $1 million business to take care of your mom, take care of you, to give you guys the best life ever. So I'm going to sacrifice. Daddy's going to sacrifice, but he also needs you. I also need you to understand that we're in this together. So when daddy's not home at 10 p.m. and hang out with you and you're in bed, I need you to understand that it is just as hard for me to not spend time with you as it is for you to want to spend time with me. Am I clear? Dude, Lon and I don't have any kids. We don't want any kids. But if you were my kid, that's exactly what I would say to you. You need to understand that it would just be as hard for me as it is for you. But daddy got to do this. I can't see taking you to a store and you want something and daddy said, we got no money. I can't see that when I'm 65, when I'm about to die, but I got nothing to teach you, nothing to show you, nothing to leave for you, except the J-O-B mindset. Make sense? I can't see going on a plane, seeing other people sitting in first class, and you and your mom are in economy suffering. Have you guys never gone first class before? Dude, I highly recommend if you can. I'm telling you, man, it feels different. I'm the type of guy that will sit in economy so my wife and kids can sit in business class. I don't care about it, dude. I am the type of guy. It's just maybe how I was brought up, because the way that I was brought up, I've seen my dad, how he treated my mom and us. We were his priority. If there's food on the table, he'll be the last one to eat. He'll make sure that my mom is fed, we're fed, before he eats. My dad will take the suffering from my mom and us. And that's how I was raised up. So I'm a type of guy that will sleep on the floor and will rather see my wife sleeps on the mattress. I tell God, Lon and I are 40 now. So I tell God, if we come down with any crisis of any like sickness, I'm willing to be the one who take it. Put it all on me. Doesn't matter what it is. But maybe we're just brought up differently. Anyways, I know this is out of real estate, but I don't have, when I put out video, it's just so much about real estate that a lot of you don't kind of know how I am. So I just want to take a little moment and hopefully we have something in common. Okay. Derek, so what would you do if the house after fixing is worth $250 and they're asking $165? Would you take it? Rehab would be $50 to $60K. Okay, good. Let me do this for you. Okay, so we're gonna analyze the deal that Derek is sending over here. Okay, this is actually really, really good. So if the ARV is 250,000, so if I take 250 minus 30%, that puts us at 175. I think you guys need to understand this math. So if I minus 30%, this put us at 175. And let's just say that it needs 50,000 in repair. You guys need to understand this math. That puts us at 125. Okay? Which means that if the buyer that wants that 30% discount, they would buy this property at $125,000. Now, if you say that, hey, if you're going to lock it up for 165, let me show you why you're not going to make any money. If you lock it up on a contract for 165,000, okay, and the buyer will have to put 50,000 into fixing it up. So we're going to do 165 plus 50,000. They're going to be all in at 215, and that has not including your fee. Okay, so they would be all in at 215. The only person that would buy this deal is retail buyers. That's it. So the only person that would actually buy this deal is, the husband and the wife that are looking for their first, house hack. They're willing to buy it, go in there, spend the next year or 2 years doing all the work themselves. So they'll be all in at 215, and they're like, oh, the property's worth 250. So I have 250 minus 215. Oh, I have a $35,000 in equity, which means to them, they have a $35,000. So instead of paying 250 retail, they're buying it for cheap. They're putting the work in, and they got a 35,000 in equity. This is retail buy. This is like the normal, regular person, okay? But let me tell you why this would not make sense for an investor. So let's just say that they buy, you haven't even made your fee, okay? So let's just say you want to make 5,000. So which means they would buy for 170 and they would put 50,000 into it. So they're at 220,000. So let's just say that they bought the house from you. They're all in. They're now at 220,000. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Another person that would buy this is a landlord, someone who actually wants to buy it and hold on to it. That's another person that would buy this deal. It's possibly a landlord, but also too is it needs to get at least $2,000 in rent. Okay, for it to actually make sense for that person. I don't know what market you're in, because every market is a little different when it comes to rental property as well. So for me, I need to get at least, more than 2,000 for it to make sense for me. Make sense? Okay, but I'm just going to keep it simple. So let's just say that investor buys it, fix it. Now he's all in for 220,000. So if he goes and he lists the property for 250,000, well, dude, now he got to pay closing costs, commission. So typically you take 250 and you minus 10%. See, this is what most house flipper that are new into the game, they don't understand this. So now if they list it for 250, they get a FHA, first time home buyer comes in, buy it at even 250, they got to minus the 10%. That's not even including holding costs. Because some of them, dude, will get hard money. And hard money loan could cost you 10, 12, 15%. I'm paying 12% right now. So if I minus 10%, you're down to 240. Okay? No, that doesn't make sense. 250 minus 10%. Now you're down with 225. Okay, so which means the best case that can happen, if they put the property on the market for 250, after the 10%, the commissions, the excise tax, everything they got to pay, they would actually walk away. They would actually end up with 225, and they're all in it for 220. So if they were lucky, they will make 5,000. Do you think that all the investor that goes through the fix and flip would put in all that work, all that time, all that risk, and only want to make 5,000? Would you want to make 5,000? Come on, man. Shit, bro. So Derek, this is why this deal, dude, it's not a deal. Okay? I've never done something like this, so I hope you guys will get a lot of value out of this video. And if you do, boom. Show me some love, man. Okay, I think that's all the time that I got. Once again, you guys, I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here with me. And for those of you who's like, Khang, I've watched all your video, I listened to all your podcasts, but I really need that hands-on mentorship. I want to work with you and your team. I want to get training. I want to get the support, the guidance. I want to be a part of your community, which is my Wholesale to Million community. Here you go. All you need to do is book a call with my team. Go to khang.wtm. I really only want to take on 5 more people. So hopefully you are one of the 5. Go to khang.wtm, book a call with my team. Hopefully you got the money to invest in yourself. Anyways, until next time, you guys, take care, and let's go get this money. I'm on.